And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 1 of the Hobbs Trenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series. Tonight we come to you live from the Milldbridge Speedway, the very first broadcast here on Ultimate Dirt TV, in the very first round of this 8-week series. Again, we'll have 4 weeks of wing sprint car competition, 4 weeks of non-wing competition, and then we will have well, that'll be the end of the 8-week series. So again, a big thank you to Hobbs Trenching and Boring, and also Rapid Race Replicas, who are going to be sponsoring the non-wing portion of the Micro Sprint Series. So not 1, not 2, but 3 championships on the line. We'll crown a we'll crown a wing sprint car champion. We'll also crown a non-wing champion. We'll add those points together to crown the overall champion, who is going to come out the better of this next 8 weeks. Well, we'll have to wait and find out and catch all the action live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And, well, we'll have 1 week wing competition. The following week will be non-wing, and we'll keep switching up back and forth until we have got our 8 weeks completed. We look forward to this one, the very first for the Ultimate Dirt League. Again, we are 1 week into the micros, and Milldbridge being released. And boy, if you haven't turned over 1,000 laps, there's something wrong with you, because these cars are an absolute blast. We'll get set for the first of 4 heat races on the program for this evening. 10 laps, top 2 to the main event. Let's take a look at your heat race number 1 lineup. On the pole, it's going to be Nathan Vanderwacker to the outside of the front row. Brandon Thomas lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 is going to be Bradley Oldfield. From 4, it's the 36 entry of Heath Dyke. From 5, this 42 car of Brent Hobbs to his outside. Riley Simpson, the 65, lines up at a position number 6. Luke Wilson rolls off the 9 machine from position number 7. It's another 9 entry of Matt Bailey, lines up at a position number 8. Then we go back to Tony Walsh in the 16 from 9, and the 12 of Jason Crawford lining up out of position number 10. So we're doing basically two things here tonight. We'll be doing the broadcast, but we'll also be doing race control duties here this evening. Our drivers, good luck. 1 to green, 2 to green in fact. But again, remember that the starts are on iRacing green. Let's keep a nice constant steady pace. So once you guys get the green flag, race is on. Remember, no jumping out of line. 10 laps, top 2 to the main event. Everybody else will be through to the consolation races, which are basically going to be known as the B mains. So good luck, have fun, do not wreck your car after the race. Take your drivers. Get ready for a start. Nathan Vanderwacker, Brandon Thomas, they'll bring us to the green off turn number 4. The green flag is out. Heat race number 1 is underway. Oldfield trying to look down on the inside. Now here comes Heath Dyke to the outside. They'll go side by side. Dyke going to move into position number 3. Vanderwacker will lead the opening lap. Look out, the 42 car of Brent Hobbs trying to come through the field. He'll have Riley Simpson to the outside. Simpson will work it back into position number 5. Meanwhile, Vanderwacker still holds on to the race lead. Watching Simpson battle there with Brent Hobbs as they work it through turn number 3 and 4. Back up towards the transfer position. Heath Dyke has now found his way to position number 2. Slider coming from Brandon Thomas, but Heath Dyke quickly turns it back underneath him. Will go yellow. So yellow is out. Let's have a look. Jason Crawford, this one is. Let's have a look, see what happened with Crawford. Okay, all right. So the 9 car. All right, so upon the review of that caution, it was the 9 car of Luke Wilson, who just come off turn number 2, come down the racetrack, got into Crawford. Crawford goes around. Luke Wilson will be charged with the end of line for that one. All right, drivers, get lined up. We are going to go 1 to green, I reckon. Actually, no, we'll just leave it for a minute. Give me 2 to green, so following time by, Nathan Vanderwacker, restart is on you. The leader has control of the restarts. Just do whatever iRacing tells you to. So the drivers will go into rows of 2. So Vanderwacker, Dyke, then you go back to, you got Brandon Thomas, Bradley Oldfield in the 86 machine. They'll come back to the green flag. Green flag is out. We're back underway in heat race number 1 of 4. Wacker again to the top side of the racetrack. Keith Dykes holding on to position number 2. Brandon Thomas slides up in front of Oldfield. Oldfield up in front of Riley Simpson as they work it down into turn number 3 and 4. We've got one around. It's not Nick Ryan, unfortunately. It's Jason Crawford who's back in the pit area. The 96 car, Brandon Thomas, the first car on the outside looking in. Right now, Nathan Vanderwacker, Heath Dyke. That's your top 2, and Heath Dyke has got that final transfer position. Boy, I tell you what, Heath Dyke would love to put the 36 car directly into the feature event. We'll go white flag out, 1 lap left to go. Oldfield trying to make a move on the inside there. Oh, Brandon Thomas was they work into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. We are done. Nathan Vanderwacker with the win. And the drivers, do not wreck your cars. Do not wreck your cars. Good job. So heat race number 1 results coming up on screen as there is Nathan Vanderwacker getting the win over Heath Dyke in second. Brandon Thomas, Bradley Oldfield, Riley Simpson, your top 5. Brent Hobbs, Luke Wilson, Matt Bailey, Tony Walsh, and Jason Crawford, your top 10. Heat number 2 lining up this way on the front row. It's going to be Blake Walsh from position number 1 to his outside. The teammate to the car bush number 51 entry of Nick Ryan from position number 2. Position number 3 will be Lachlan Barber in the 47 car. Nathan Norman lines up the 96 from 4. Paul Bryan, the 42 from position number 5. The 21 of Neville Olf at a position number 6. James Rice, the president, lines up at a position number 7. The 69 entry of Craig Plater from position number 8. Justin Wright lines up at a position number 9, and Kobe Noonan rolls off at a position number 10. Boy, a lot of NLRA cars in this one. Our drivers, again, remember, heat race starts on iRacing green flag. Heat 1 was pretty good. Let's see if you guys can live up to the expectation of this one. So 1 to green. Good luck. Remember, no wrecking your car after the race. Thank you. Blake Walsh, Nick Ryan, Lachlan Barbary, Nathan Norman, Paul Bryan, Neville Olf, James Rice, Craig Plater, Justin Wright, Kobe Noonan. They'll get ready to bring us to the green flag. Off for turn number 4, and we are underway. Down into 1 and 2 we go. Walsh will slide up in front of Ryan. Couple of wingless sprint races going at it there for the number 1 position. Lap number 1 belongs to Blake Walsh. Norman trying to come to the inside of Nick Ryan as they work down the back straightaway. Tell you what, can't wait to widen up this camera angle because, boy, it is very tight. Not a whole lot of action to see at the moment. James Rice goes by Kobe Noonan. Neville Olf in that number 12, in the 21, I should say, coming after the 96 car of Nathan Norman. But right there, sitting in that second and final transfer position is Nick Ryan in the 51 car. Leading the way for the moment is Blake Walsh. He'll come up to the back of the 47 car of Lachlan Barbary. Barbary on the verge of going 1 lap down here in heat race number 2, and just like that, we're 6 in the books. Walsh now going to go down to the inside, look to slide it up, but obviously chooses to back out of it. Probably doesn't need to do anything silly at the moment, but I tell you what, that 10 car, he's got a whole lot of speed right now. Barbary, unfortunately, back there in that 10th spot on the raceway. Now Walsh goes down to the inside. Slide job is complete. There's a lap and a half to go. He'll protect the slider back down into turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 to run. Thank you, Tanner. Checkered flag for Blake Walsh off turn number 4. And we are done in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2, I should say. I'll bring up the results for the second heat race of the night. Blake Walsh gets the win over Nick Ryan, Nathan Norman, Neville Olf, Kobe Noonan, your top 5. Paul Bryan, James Rice, Craig Plater, Justin Wright, and Lachlan Barbary for the drivers in heat race number 2. Heat number 3 going to line up this way on the pole position with the 27 car of Riley Stewart to the outside of the front row. The 78 entry of Kobe Wright from position number 2. Darcy Wilson lines up the 5 machine from position number 3. The 24 of Leo Heaton lining up at a position number 4. Lindsay Hobbs rolls off at a position number 5. Clayton Wines in the 96 will start from position number 6. Position number 7 with the 74 car of Jason Burke. The Camel, Caleb Mills, lines up at a position number 8. Aiden Gardner lines up the 36 from 9, and the 61, Brock Thompson, was scheduled to line up at a position number 10, but he is a scratch for this one. Righto, drivers, I'm only going to tell you one more time for heats. I'll tell you for the heats. So, iRacing Green will start the race. The opening 2 heats have been pretty good. We'll see if we can keep it up for the remainder of the rest of the 2 heat races. Again, iRacing Green will start the race. Do not wreck your car after the race. No intention of wrecking. Good luck, drivers. You come to the green. Stewart and Wright. And Kobe Wright got a good launch there on the outside. Just look out. Here comes Leo Heaton now to the outside of Darcy Wilson for positions number 3. Lindsay Hobbs back there into position number 4. Meanwhile, here comes Clayton Wise in the 98 car. There looks like a 98 or 96. Oh, boy. Wise going to slide up right in front of Lindsay Hobbs, but again, no caution coming out. Mills goes on by, moves up to position number 6 as Stewart trying to run down your race leader of Kobe Wright through turn number 1 and 2, but he's got half a second lead right now. Wright just tapping the right rear on the concrete. Boy, this track is fun. If you haven't run it, boy, I tell you what, you need to. Meanwhile, there is a challenge for third on right now between Leo Heaton and Darcy Wilson with 4 laps left to run. Jason Burke back to the pit area. Not sure what happened to the 74 car, but didn't bring out a caution. Oh boy, Wilson up into the creek, needing all sorts of concrete on the back straightaway. So Heaton finds himself into position number 3. And boy, it's tough out here for the moment because we're going to go yellow, and that's Caleb Mills in the 88 car. Let's see what happened to old Camel here. Okay. Let's have a look from the cockpit. Perfect example of why you need to make sure your sliders are clear, and you need to make sure that you need to give the guy enough time to turn underneath. I think both parties sort of played a factor in that one. So looking at this, I believe one driver's already at the back anyway. So we're not going green just yet, so you guys can just hold on to your Darryl Braithways and hold on to your horses. We are going to go to the green. And leader, it is going to be on you. You have control of the restart. You guys should be 1 to green right now. Do whatever iRacing tells you to. If it says double up, double up. If it says single file, stay single file. Lights are out. We're going green. Hey Pete, how are you, mate? Green flag out, 2 to run. Heat race number 3. Kobe Wright, Riley Stewart are the 2 drivers for the moment. As here comes Heaton with a slider attempt there on Stewart, but he backed out of it. Good racing there by Heaton. Boy, I tell you what, that could have got all sorts of nasty and ugly, but it's going to be Kobe Wright with the win. Second will go to Riley Stewart. Third at the line will be Leo Heaton. Fourth is going to go to Clayton Wise, Aiden Gardner. In 5th, Lindsay Hobbs, Caleb Mills, Darcy Wilson, Jason Burke, and Brock Thompson. Heat number 3 is done. Heat number 4 lining up this way. Harry Stewart lines up on pole position to the outside of the front row with the 24 car of Aston Rodriguez. Lining up at a position number 3 with Daniel Boyd in the 79 car. The 34 of Jordan McDonnell lines up at a position number 4. Position number 5 with the 76 car of Luke Johnson from 6. The 68 car, the Fridge of Max Bevan. Position number 7 will be with the 32 car of Stead Miller. Position number 8 will be the 37 entry of Wade Benson. Position number 9, the 81 car Joshua Walton, and Lucky Brett lines up at a position number 10. Hello, Mother. Right, our drivers, fourth and final heat race of the night. Remember, iRacing Green will start the race. Also, one thing I did forget to mention, no clutch dumping. Anyone caught clutch dumping will go right back to the pit area. So I do not want to hear any clutch dumping whatsoever. You start either in first, second, third gear. I don't care what it is. Good luck, drivers. Fourth and final heat race of the night. Stewart will go down to the inside. He'll slide it up in front of Rodriguez, but Rodriguez now back to the inside as here comes Jordan McDonnell now with the run on the 7 car of Harry Stewart. But Stewart, boy, he's good on the outside of the racetrack. Rodriguez protecting the bottom side down into turn number 3. And we often speak about the real-life experience that some of these drivers bring. Rodriguez, you look at Jordan McDonnell, Harry Stewart, Luke Johnson, Max Bevan, that's just to name a few. Josh Walton, who have also got a ton of real-life experience, but probably none more right now than Aston Rodriguez or Max Bevan in this field. Oh, Stewart goes around. And is that going to trigger a caution? Yeah, it does. So what happened? Let's... No green, no green. Having a look at the incident. I fat fingered it and pressed the wrong button. Alright, that's just going to go on the 7 car. Just got up over the cushion and then half looped it in front of the 34 car who had nowhere to go. So the 7 car will get ruled at fault for that one, which he's already at the back. So we're going to start taking away the laps. And I will give you guys the 2 to green signal. So you should be 2 to green now. Right, Alan? I'll let you tell him that. I don't mind old Harrison. Hey, Pete. How are you, mate? Hope things are well. Right, Aston. Restart is on you. The leader may fire any time from the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Good luck. So Rodriguez and McDonnell as Luke Johnson finds himself in position number 3. Lockie Brett from the tail end of the field is now going to move to position number 5. Is now coming up to Max Bevan for the 4 spot, but Bevan good in the 68 car. Now goes to the inside on Johnson with a slide job into turn number 1 and 2. Johnson going to fire a shot back in turn number 3 and 4. Johnson and Bevan. Bevan, here he comes with a slider again. Here comes Walton trying to put the moves out to Lockie Brett. They made contact. There's 2 to run as we are yellow. Yeah, all right. So slider comes, he goes for the tub on the outside. All right, so looking at the replay, the iRacing 39 goes around the outside, gets up onto the cushion. Unfortunately, the car sends him down into the right front of the 81 car. So that will go on the iRacing 39. All right, I'll start taking away some laps, and you guys are now going to be 2 to green. So again, leader, you've got control of the field. I can't kick that Harry kid from the sever. What's a sever, Alan? I know you mean server, but I think you need an autocorrect on that one. All right, here we go. 2 to run. Heat number 4, fourth and final heat race of the night before we move into the preliminary mains. Only the top 2 are going to advance into the 50-lap main event. Everybody else will go through to the B mains. GT Watt Stewart coming through the field. Bevan going to protect the inside as they work it down into 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. Aston Rodriguez wins from Jordan McDonnell home in second. Luke Johnson, third. Fourth will go to Harry Stewart. Max Bevan home in 5th position as we get ready for now your C main. Boy, this is going to be hectic and chaotic. 16 cars getting ready to tackle the raceway. Boy. So Rodriguez and McDonnell will go through to the show. Everybody else, unfortunately, they're headed off to the B main. Let's quickly go through your starting lineup. It's going to be Brandon Thomas and Leo Heaton on the front row. Row number 2 going to be Bradley Oldfield and Clayton Wise. Row 3, Riley Simpson and Aidan Gardner. Row 4, Brent Hobbs and Lindsay Hobbs. Row number 5 going to be Luke Wilson and Caleb Mills. Matt Bailey and Darcy Wilson in row number 6. Row 7, Tony Walsh and Jason Burke. Row 8, Jason Crawford and Brock Thompson. 12 laps, top 4 will go through to the main event. Righto drivers, welcome to the first of the B mains. Now I understand there is a lot of cars on the raceway, but same rules as applies as per Ultimate Dirt League rules. iRacing Green will start the race. Do not wreck somebody for a transfer spot. If you're going to wreck someone for a transfer spot, you will not make the show. 12 laps, so we know it's not a whole lot of time. I know it might be a little chaotic, but again, drive with your head and not the one in between those legs. Good luck, drivers. Hey, Mitch. I'll let you know about that one, maybe. Green flag is out. B-main number 1. Thomas will slide up in front of Leo Heaton. Keep an eye on Clayton Wise now. Top 4 is going to go through to the main event, but boy, I tell you what, it's all sorts of pandemonium here on the first lap as they're all trying to fight for positions. We are yellow. No green, no green. All right, that's going to go on the iRacing 13, who comes down the racetrack off turn number 4, just got loose, came down into the 5 car. Fortunately, drivers just sort of barreled in there, so you guys are more than welcome to go into the pits. You can come back out only under yellow flag conditions, but seeing as though that the car that is at fault is already back in the pits, I'm going to put you guys on 2 to green. And leader, the field is going to be in your hands next time by. If you do want to go into the pits, you might want to hurry up because we're going 1 to green, and yes, I will clear the black flags, but you might have to wait now. 2 down, 10 to go, drivers. Let's try and put on a show. All right, coming back to green, top 4. Going to go through to the main event. Everybody else, unfortunately, well, their night is done. Leo Heaton, look out. Here comes Weiss to the inside on Thomas. Oldfield working the top side into turn number 3 and 4. Wise had to check up, and now here comes Brent Hobbs, Riley Simpson. This is your battle for the transfer spot. Oh boy, 1 car, that's Lindsay Hobbs, up into the concrete, trying to find his way out of the Milldbridge Speedway. Just trying to find this little incident here. Just got to get on the correct car. Oh, just went all by himself. All right, after view of the caution, the iRacing 10 Lindsay Hobbs just gets a little tight, hits the concrete wall on the exit, and decided to try and do his best Logan Seavey impression. Unfortunately, Lindsay Hobbs is back in the pits. He was going to be charged with the EOL. So I'm going to start taking away the laps, and you guys will be 2 to green across the line. So I'll just wait for the safety car to go across. 2 to green, drivers. Remember, top 4 will go through to the main event. Senior, it's about time you kick your boy off it. All right, we are down to 11. So we're out 4 so far. That's just the B main, and they wonder why I only want to take 16 to the main event. Again, we'll get the format adjusted over the next couple of weeks to try and take 16, but it's going to be hard to predict it with an unknown amount of drivers getting ready to take to the racetrack. Oh, boys, they starting to come through. Wilson in the 5 car, trying to get by the 42 car of Brent Hobbs, and just like that, we are back to yellow. Just waiting for the pace car to go past. There we go. All right, so upon looking at that one, drivers just sort of checking up for one another. There was one car that didn't really have enough time to check up, and there was some contacts going into turn 3. However, that driver is already out of the server. So with that being said, I'll start to take away the laps. You guys will be 2 to green coming across the line. So Bradley Oldfield, it's your race to start. Next time by. So B main action, B main number 1. 2 B mains on the program, 12 laps, top 4 to the main events. Everybody else again off to the showers, getting ready. We've already locked in 8 from the heats. We'll lock in another 8 from 4 from B main 1, 4 from B main 2. Here we go, Bradley Oldfield, Brandon Thomas. Back to green we go, Brent Hobbs in position number 3. Then you go back to Darcy Wilson, and Clayton Wise will battle it out for the 4th and final transfer position. And boy, they make contact. Here comes Riley Simpson on the inside down into turn number 1. Simpson will take over the 4th and final transfer spot. Slider from Wilson. Simpson trying to turn it back underneath him. Luke Wilson going to go around. We'll go yellow. Alright, again, drivers being such a smaller racetrack, there was drivers that was checking up. Actually, hang on, let me check that. I believe this might be Alright, so the driver, there's a couple of drivers that probably could have avoided that one, but there was one driver that did get into the back but is already at the back of the field. I will put you guys on 2 to green now, and let's see if we can get these last 3 laps in. Yeah, it's about time you kick him off, senior. We need the real senior back, not this fake imposter stuff. Heat races are done. We've just seen 4 heat races. Now we're into the first of 2 B mains on the program. Safety car is in. We go back to green off turn number 4. Bradley Oldfield, Brandon Thomas, Brent Hobbs and Darcy Wilson. Your top 5. Riley Simpson, Jason Burke. Back there to positions number 5 and 6 as we put another lap into the books, and we are yellow. Alright, so that all started with the 9 car getting loose off the cushion, coming down into the other 9. And that is going to be all because that car is already back in the pits. So you guys will go green whenever iRacing tells you to, which you guys are probably 2 to green at the moment. So not going to add laps, not going to take any laps away. Final 2 laps, guys. Let's, again, I know it's probably tough out there, but A main drivers, the track is going to be closed upon warm-up. I'm also going to reset the track probably. Oldfield, Thomas, Hobbs and Wilson. That's your top four. Simpson and Burke to make up the rest of the cars. Boy, I tell you what, a lot of cars finishing back in the pits in this one, as there is Darcy Wilson in the 5 car. He's got the final spot and the final ticket to the main event as they work through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straight away for the final time. Bradley Oldfield is victorious here tonight in B main number 1. Second to go to Brandon Thomas, Brent Hobbs, Darcy Wilson. That'll be your top 4. Everybody else fifth on back. Unfortunately, well, their night is done and dusted. We'll get set for B main number 2 here in a moment. Hang on. Sorry, I had to sneeze. There it is, Oldfield, Thomas, Hobbs and Wilson going to the show. B main number 2 will be like this. Nathan Norman, Luke Johnson on the front row. Row number 2, Neville Ulf and Harry Stewart. Row 3, we'll see Kobe Noonan start alongside Max Bevan. Row number 4, going to be Paul Bryan and Daniel Boyd. Row 5, going to be James Rice and Stead Miller. Row 6, Craig Plater and Joshua Walton. Justin Wright, Lockie Brett, down to row 7, Lachlan Barbary and Wade Benson in that 8th row. 8th and final row. So is our pole sitter not here? So Nathan Norman not here. So problems for what is the 96 car. Right, Alf Johnson, front row. RS in green will start the race. Good luck, drivers. Top 4 will go through. So problems for Norman. Green flag is out. Final preliminary main of the evening. Stewart going to quickly looking to move quickly into position number 2. Alf now going to get passed by Bevan. So the 21 car finding trouble so far, starting on that inside line. Bevan to the outside. Alf now going to slide up. Meanwhile, the battle is on for the race lead. Harry Stewart, Luke Johnson. Stewart with a slider on Johnson. Johnson, will he return the favour down into 3 and 4? No, he thinks better of it. Alf slides up across the nose of the 68 car. Bevan. Here comes Kobe Noonan down to the inside. Boy, it is tight up near the 3rd, 4th and 5th position. Alf goes back to position number 3. Now slides it up. Kobe Noonan nowhere to go. Drivers just managing to avoid one another. We'll go yellow. Just having a look at this replay here. So Stead Miller we're looking at. Gets a little loose off turn number 4. Okay. Upon looking at the replay, the RSing 32 gets around the outside, but then just gets a little loosey. 81 car again with the speed these cars carry, and again with being such a tighter racetrack, there really wasn't enough time for any one particular car to take evasive action. So there is going to be no further penalties on that one. So just get lined up to where iRacing tells you to. And I'm going to start taking away the laps. You guys are going to be 2 to green right now. You know what? We're going to go 1 to green. 1 to green, drivers. Let's go. Let's get them right. Let's get them tight. Harry Stewart, start is on you, mate. Stewart, Johnson, Alf and Noonan. That's your top 4. Bevan and Boyd on the outside looking in. Johnson, well, hey, you might need to wake up for the start. Johnson, the 21 car of Neville Wolf somehow loops it in front of the field. And how anybody else may have not gotten a piece of that one, I will never know. All right. Well, technically the 21 car never stopped. He was the one that got all sorts of crossed up. So there's going to be no further penalties on that one. Get lined up to where iRacing tells you to. You guys are 1 to green, so... Gee, Neville Wolf was very lucky. Somebody still doesn't get his spot back, by the way, but anyhow, that's the way iRacing goes sometimes. Oh, Bevan and Noonan. And Craig played her almost upside down. Out now. All right, classic case of 3 wide going down into turn number 1. The outside car was not even mid-track, so there really wasn't a whole lot of room for the inside cars to go. So go where iRacing tells you to. And start taking away some laps. And you guys will be 2 to green. No, yeah, you're going to be 2 to green now, so you'll be 1 to green. And again... if it says single file, go single file. If it says double file it up. Let's try and finish this one out, folks. 7 in. Boy, do I reset the track. Oh, we are. Green flag is back out. Stewart leading the way right now over Johnson, Bevan, Brian. Got the car sideways in the 42 car. Kobe Noonan involved in that one, but I think he is just an innocent victim on that exchange. Oh, there is. Okay. Whoop. Whoop. All right, so the contact of turn number 4, the 47 gets into the left rear of the 5 car, and then that pushes the 5 car down into, I believe it was the 78 car, causing the first bit of contact. So with that, the 47 car is going to be ruled at fault. So he will go to the tail. Right, you guys are going to be 2 to green. I'll take the laps away and get lined up double file. Remember, the warm-up track is going to be closed for a minute until I make a decision on whether I want to open up the track. So Stewart, Johnson, Bevan and Brian, that's your top 4 for the moment. Single file restart with 3 to run. Harry Stewart has got the advantage at the moment in the Titan garages and sheds. 87 Creative United Sim Sports number 7 car. Green flag is back out. Johnson in a pretty good seat at the moment. Back there to position number 2. Max Bevan 3rd. And that battle is going to be on for the 4th and final transfer spot. Paul Bryan, Craig Plater, as they're going to have Lockie Brett in the 39 car. But Bryan in that Canon number 42 car. Craig Plater for NLR Ray, finding his way up to position number 5. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. Can Plater make a last-ditch effort down into turn number 3 and 4? No, not going to happen. Harry Stewart wins the B-Main, the second B-Main. Second will go to Luke Johnson. Max Bevan in 3rd. Paul Bryan to make up the top 4 B-Main results. Track is closed, folks. Track is closed for a minute. Harry Stewart, Luke Johnson, Max Bevan, Paul Bryan will be going to the show. Craig Plater back there to position number 5. Lockie Brett, Daniel Boyd, Justin Wright, Josh Walton and Kobe Noonan, unfortunately going to find themselves headed back to the pit area without transferring into the opening round of the series for the main event for the Hobbs Trenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series here, round number 1 here at the Milldbridge Raceway, Milldbridge Speedway, the newest track we have on the service. With that being said, we'll take a quick little break here on Ultimate TV. We'll come back, we'll pay a couple of bills, and be right back with you for the main event. 16 cars getting set to do battle around Milldbridge Speedway. 50 laps on the board, live right here on Ultimate TV. All right, we're back here on Ultimate TV coverage of the Hobbs Trenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series, round number 1 here at the Milldbridge Speedway, live here on Ultimate TV, presented by the Ultimate Dirt League as we get set for tonight's 50-lap main event. As we get set, you can see Barney the racing flagman. The drivers have had 1 minute on the racetrack, which means we are ready to go racing here from Milldbridge for round number 1 of the series. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for the 16 drivers that will tackle this tight little bullring of a racetrack. Nathan Vanderwacker will start alongside Blake Walsh on the front row. Row number 2 going to be Kobe Wright and Aston Rodriguez. Heath Dyke will start alongside Nick Ryan in row number 3. We go back to row 4, Riley Stewart alongside Jordan McDonnell. Row 5 going to be Bradley Oldfield and Harry Stewart. Row 6 going to be Brandon Thomas and Luke Johnson. Row 7 will be Brent Hobbs and Max Bevan. And the 8th and final row going to be Darcy Wilson and Paul Bryan. Here tonight from Milldbridge. Radio drivers, 16 cars. Everyone of you guys have got a bit of talent to make this field. There is 50 laps. You are not going to win it on the first lap. Let's try and take it easy, settle into a rhythm. Remember, iRacing Green will start the race. So, good luck. You boys are now Wonder Green. He's a Wonder Green. Let's give each other a bit of room. I know it might be a little difficult on this tighter racetrack, but remember, pits are open at any stage throughout the course of the race, so we'll be clearing the blacks, so good luck. So, Nathan Vanderwacker, Blake Walsh, what a front row that is. Then you go back to a couple of drivers that have been successful in Formula 500s. Green flag is out. Kobe Wright, Aston Rodriguez in row number 2. They'll work it down into turn number 1 and 2, and Blake Walsh has got the advantage. Vanderwacker slides up in front of Kobe Wright to take over position number 2. Rodriguez back to position number 4. McDonnell to the inside of Nick Ryan as they work off turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Here comes Harry Stewart. Heath Dyke working to the inside, trying to get by the 86 car of Bradley Oldfield, Surprised, very surprised to see everybody, or most drivers, working to the top side of the racetrack. Rodriguez trying the bottom side now, down into 1 and 2. Stewart trying to get by. Nick Ryan does so as they work it down into 3 and 4 to complete lap number 5. And just like that, 5 laps rolling off very quickly. Ryan throws a slider back on McDonnell. McDonnell comes back at Ryan. There's Oldfield throwing a slider. In fact, it's Stewart and McDonnell. Oldfield gets by Ryan. So there is a lot of battles happening at the moment. Boy, I tell you what, if this race stays green for quite a long time, we are definitely going to see lap traffic. And I tell you what, I don't think we're too far away from lap traffic. We're 8 in the books with 42 to run. And you can see there's the lap cars. They're only a straightaway behind. McDonnell, problems. McDonnell goes around. We're going to stay green. He's still on. He was off the racing surface. So yeah, we'll get those black flags cleared because, well, that was just a part of it. He still holds on to, what is that, 9th spot. They're still inside the top 10. And because he was off the racing surface, like I said, it does not throw a caution. We go off iRacing cautions. There's Kobe Wright trying to come after third place driver of Aston Rodriguez. Vanderwacker looking to close into the back of the 10 car of Blake Walsh. First lap car to go a lap down. Brent Hobbs in the 42 machine. Walsh to the outside. So now we're into heavy lap traffic. Well, we're almost about to be in heavy lap traffic. 16 cars, and just like that, folks, Walsh goes to the inside on Hobbs. Hobbs trying to do everything he can just to stay out of the leader's way, but as he does get put a lap down, he'll now have the likes of Nathan Vanderwacker, Aston Rodriguez, Kobe Wright, all trying to get around the 42 car in hot pursuit of the 10. Vanderwacker just starting to struggle a little bit, trying to get by the lap car. Paul Bryan will bring on the first caution of the night. Paul Bryan, it comes after 17 laps in the books. Boy, what an opening, a frantic 17 laps that was. And just like that, we're already, look at this, with 32 remaining. All right, drivers, that is just going to be a simple case of the 42 car just got a little loose on the entry into turn number 1. Again, there is no wave rounds either, so for the cars that do go a lap down, you will not get your spot back. So line up where iRacing tells you to. Catch the back of the safety car for me, Blake, please. Yeah, absolutely, Callum. I was sort of worried about that one at the start of the night. Drivers, you will be double file as well, so if you want to go ahead and get yourself into rows of 2 by 2. Blake Walsh, the restarts are going to be on you. You will be now 2 to green. So you will need to go down to the inside. You do not have lane choice. But you do have choice of when you want to go. So good luck, drivers. That was not a bad run. That was, what, nearly 18 laps in the book, still 32 to go. So let's keep that same mentality up for the remainder of this race. Good luck. So that was not a bad run. 17.5 laps. There we go. Blake Walsh going to get us back underway. Boy, that inside line is really critical there. Aston Rodriguez gets by Nathan Vanderwacker for the runner-up spot. And now Rodriguez trying to come after Blake Walsh as Vanderwacker trying to go to the outside. Kobe Wright and Harry Stewart to make up your top 5. Boy, I tell you what, it is all happening right now. Again, a number of different lines being utilised. We've got one stopped. And that's going to be the 42 car of Brent Hobbs. Now, he was towards the back end of that field. Oh, that will in fact go on the... Just, not one to green. Not one to green. Having a look at that one. Boy, I don't know if he was going to save that one. It's hard to say because the lap car just... Well... All right, looking at the replay, the car in question, half sort of spun the car, sort of slowed right down just to sort of overcorrect himself. But unfortunately, the car that was coming through again just sort of had nowhere to go, being such a tight racetrack. That car in question is, I believe, already at the back anyway. So you will get lined up to where iRacing tells you to. Take the laps away, and we are going to go 2 to green now. So you guys will be 1 to green next time by. Again, reminder, pits are open throughout any stage during this main event. So you're more than welcome to go in and get a fast repair. If you've already used it, you can go in and get some damage done while I'm looking at the incident. Race car's in. Good luck. So Blake Walsh going to have to go early. Keep Rodriguez on his toes. Here's Vanderwacker again now trying to return the favour there on Rodriguez. They go down into 1 and 2. Rodriguez bouncing it off the concrete, but he'll slip back to position number 3. Stewart going to go around. So bear with me, I'm just having a look at this incident once again. Did he catch the left? Did he catch the left rear? He did. Alright, upon looking at that replay, the iRacing 7 just gets into the left rear of the 27 car and just made a bit of contact. The car coming in behind. The car's coming in behind him. Sort of had nowhere to go, so I'm actually going to rule that one on the iRacing 7. So he will get moved to the end of the line. Everybody else go where iRacing tells you to. Just try and keep up with the pace car for me just while I take the laps away. You will be 2 to green now. Once you go 1 to green, then you may back it down if you like, Blake. So round number 1 of the Hobbs Stretching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series presented by Ultimate Dirt League, live here on Ultimate Dirt TV. The first of 8 weeks, 4 winged and 4 non-winged. Don't forget, March 25th, opening night of the Australian Fixed Setup Racing and Power Ride Racing Australia. Micro Sprint Non-Wing E-Series Nationals, powered by Lake Liddell Speedbowl, live right here on Ultimate TV. Boy, that is going to be an 8-week series that we are really looking forward to. Vanderwacker, meanwhile, to the outside on Rodriguez. Rodriguez going to drift it up once again. This time by, we're going to be halfway home. 25 down, 25 to go. Rodriguez throwing everything, including the kitchen sink here at Nathan Vanderwacker, but just now trying to take away some speed from the 78 car of Kobe Wright. Meanwhile, Riley Stewart going to go to war with Bradley Oldfield off for turn number 2. Oldfield on the low side. He'll drift it up mid-track. Stewart back to the outside we go. Yellow is out. All right, single car 1, the iRacing number 8 car, who is at the back. We're going to move him there anyway. So I'm not going to add laps. I'm not going to take away laps. You guys should be 2 to green. And again, reminder, pits are open right up until the end of the race. So, in fact, if we're 1 to green, we're going racing, boys. Let's go. So, Blake Walsh, Nathan Vanderwacker, Aston Rodriguez, Kobe Wright. That's your top 4. Riley Stewart. Now Nick Ryan goes to work on Bradley Oldfield. Vanderwacker slides up in front of the 24 car. Rodriguez back down to the inside. Vanderwacker cuts it down to the inside. Oh boy, just as that was starting to get good. Nick Ryan, one around. Nick Ryan unfortunately exits stage left. Oh, okay. All right, so the 27 car gets a little loose mid 1 and 2. The 51 car just, again, comes in. Nothing really that either one of those drivers could have done to avoid that situation. That's going to be ruled as a racing deal. Let's get lined up while racing tells you to. We're going green, boys. So we'll come back to the green. 21 to run. Green flag is out. Blake Walsh again going to lead him off down the front straight away. Aston Rodriguez, Nathan Vanderwacker. Who's that at the back? All right, so that one, there was contact at the back of the field, so you will go back to a complete restart of the last restart that you just had. The 34 car will go in front of what is the iRacing 14. So right, everybody else get lined up. Car 51, the Kyle Busch car, go behind the 34 car, please. Do not try and play games. Don't try and swerve at each other because you both will end up being removed, okay? Right, 42 car, can you take to the inside? That's it. All right, we're going 2 to green. Taking laps away. In fact, you know what? 1 to green. We're 1 to green now. I will clear your blacks. Do not stress about that one. Now right back to green we go, off for turn number 4. And again, Blake Walsh going to try a different line on the entry down into 1 and 2 is Aston Rodriguez. Nathan Vanderwacker cops a little short slider there from Kobe Wright. Here comes Riley Stewart, but Vanderwacker shuts the door. Nearly 3 wide almost off turn number 2. And just like that, we're 32 down, 18 to run. Stewart, Wright, and Vanderwacker go at it. Oh boy, they're going to make contact. Vanderwacker and Wright Vanderwacker thought about the move there. Darcy Wilson done well to check up. Look at the frigid. Max Bevan trying to come through in the 68 car. Oldfield around the outside of Vanderwacker. And G. Nathan Vanderwacker is losing spots thick and fast in the 88 car. Bevan, Wilson, side by side, down into 3 and 4 we go. Bevan around the outside. Here comes Harry Stewart in the number 7 machine along with the 42 car. 1 car upside down into turn number 3. We will be yellow. Who is in that black car? That was flipping. Oh, that's Kobe Wright. All right, that's going to be a single car one. That'll be on the 78 car of Kobe Wright. So he is going back to the pits. Yeah, good day, mate. So the 078 car of Kobe Wright will go back to the tail end of the field. Just going to put the extra laps on there just for you guys to get sorted. So I'll wait for Kobe to tag up. So again, he's already at the back, so there's no point giving him an EOL. All right, you guys are going to be 1 to green. I'll take the laps away, and next time off turn number 4. So Walsh, Rodriguez, Stewart, Oldfield, Vanderwacker, Bevan, Wilson, Stewart, Brian, and you've got McDonnell. Back to the green we go. Oh boy, Darcy Wilson down to the infield. And again, because he's off the racing surface, we are going to stay green. If we brings out a caution, that it does. Oh, okay. All right. All right, so the initial contact starts with the 88 car bound to the front end and moving up the racetrack into the 68, which then put the 68 car into the wall. And forcing the 68 car to come from the top to the bottom. So the 88 car is going to be ruled at fault for that one. Right, 2 to green. 2 to green, boys. Let's try and catch up to somewhat the pace car. That'll do, that'll do, just keep it there. Hey Nick, how are you, buddy? Milldbridge not too bad, a couple of cautions, but boy, we had 17 laps to start this one. All right, here we go, back to green, little stop start affair here at Milldbridge. Green flag is back out. Blake Walsh, Aston Rodriguez, Riley Stewart, Bradley Oldfield now, Max Bevan. Oldfield trying to come after Riley Stewart. Meanwhile, challenges on for the race lead that we tend to run at the line. Blake Walsh leads the way, but here comes Aston Rodriguez. Walsh back to the inside, nearly making contact off turn number 2. Oldfield coming after Bevan. Now there's your top 3 on screen. Walsh, Rodriguez, and Riley Stewart. 1, 2, and 3. There's 8 to run for Blake Walsh. Here goes Rodriguez down to the inside again. He parks it on the nose of the 10 car. The 10 car into the back of him. Rodriguez around. All right, classic case of parking it on the nose, the initial contact, and then the cars were sort of stuck together down the back straightaway. Again, just unfortunately, it just happens. So no one really getting charged with that one. Again, both drivers, if you really want to get technical, both drivers are probably partially to blame for that one, but just rule that one as racing. And line up 2 to green. So that'll put Blake Walsh, Riley Stewart on the front row, Max Bevan, Harry Stewart back to position number 3 and make that position number 4. 5th we'll go to Jordan McDonnell, Bradley Alford, he's outside, Kobe Wright, Paul Bryan. Restarting in that 5th row, then you got Darcy Wilson, Heath Dyke in that 5th row, sorry. Wright and Bryan back in the 4th row, Vanderwacker, Thomas, Ryan, Johnson, Rodriguez and Hobbs. So 15 cars still on the lead lap. Single file restart with 7 to run. Green flag back out here at Milldbridge Speedway for round number 1 of the Hobbs Drenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series. Oh boy, that is calamity there on the front straightaway. All right. All right, so this starts with the 36 car, or the iRacing 35, getting loose off turn number 4 and coming down into the side of the 88. So the iRacing 35 is going to be charged with that one. Lights are out, 6 to run. Walsh, back to Stewart. Bevan now diving down to the inside on Stewart. They're parking it up into the left rear and Stewart around. And almost that one looks pretty easy to call. All right, 68 car was never clear on that slide job, resulting in a right rear to left rear contact. The 68 will be charged with that one. Again, the reminder, pits are still open, so if you do have your fast repair, you're more than welcome to go in and use it. In fact, I'm just going to put an extra couple of laps on the board just for the drivers that may have been involved in that one. So again, drivers, if you want to go into the pits, go in now, and I will wait till you come back out onto the raceway. So we look at a couple of drivers. Who's that one? Nick Johnson. That's, again, there was no technical ruling about having a top wing. It's not going to make all that car handling all that well. Car 27 move in front of the 68. Thank you. All right, you guys are 2 to green. You're about to go 1 to green. All right, here's a 1 to green. Let's see if we can get this last 5 laps and started all so well. Let's please remember, drive with your heads, folks. The series is not won in the first week. To finish first you must finish. So Walsh, back to Harry Stewart, Jordan McDonnell, and again, spoke earlier about the real life experience, and well, all 3 of these drivers run different classes. Blake Walsh in the 10 car, coming after is Stewart, slide job for the race lead. Stewart now back to the outside, and oh boy, I think that was a part of the 86 car. In fact, I think this all started in front of them, actually, with the 86 car of Bradley Oldfield. Now, was there contact? No. All right, so that's going to be ruled on the iRacing 86. He has just gone into the pits, so that will put him at the end of the line as it is. All right, we'll put it 1 to green. 1 to green, folks. Remember, top 3, we'll need you in the Ultimate Dirt TV Discord, please. Top 3 to the Ultimate Dirt TV Discord. All right, so we're not quite over time just yet, but a green-white checker here at Milldbridge says, boy, look at Jordan McDonnell coming after Harry Stewart. They made contact. McDonnell coming back at Stewart down into 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 to run for your race leader. Blake Walsh looking to pick up the first round of this series. The Hobbs Trenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series here at Milldbridge. And Blake Walsh is going to go to victory lane. Let's take a look at your official results as they come across the line. So Blake Walsh gets the win over Harry Stewart in second. Jordan McDonnell third. Kobe Wright fourth. Paul Bryan makes up your top 5. Then you go back to Darcy Wilson, Nathan Vanderwack, and Nick Ryan, Brandon Thomas. And Bradley Oldfield will make up your top 10 drivers. We'll look over the pages. We get set to have a look at the final finishes. Heath Dyke home in 11th. Aston Rodriguez, Riley Stewart, Luke Johnson, Max Bevan, and Brent Hobbs will make up the 16 drivers in your main event here this evening. And when it's all said and done, 50 laps is complete here at Milldbridge. Round number 1 of the Hobbs Trenching and Boring Micro Sprint Winged Series. So again, we'll chat to your top 3. We'll chat the third place tonight first. There's Jordan McDonnell in the 34 car. And Jordan, congratulations. First off on a third place finish. Boy, a real roller coaster of a race for you. You went from the front to the back to the front. But when it's all said and done, the third place, are you happy with that one overall?
Yeah, man, honestly, third after what a shit mix of that race was for me. Got to be pretty stoked, to be honest. It's obviously a tough race when everyone's new to the class and mistakes and stuff happen quite a lot. And as you said before, I think before the first yellow or whatever it was, I got up to 5th or 4th, and then car come down the track and sent me to the infield and had a donut on the infield and went to the rear, and then got spun into the fence under yellow and got sent to the back again, and somehow managed to claw my way up to third. So yeah, pretty stoked.
Track's only been out a week, as has the micros. How many laps, how much time have you spent on the sim, trying to perfect these little race cars?
Quite a lot, but obviously being real life midget driver, I kind of tend to take towards the wingless stuff. So it's really only been a couple of days in the wing, and just kind of learning the dynamics of how the wing works and all that kind of thing. Obviously, you got Harry races sprint cars in real life, and obviously these guys know how the wings work. They do it quite a lot, so a little bit of a learning curve, but they're a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that iRacing has brought them to the platform, because they race hard, and the wingless stuff's just as good.
Well, hopefully we look forward to seeing you in the wingless stuff coming up next week. I'm not going to tell you where we're at just yet, because I'm not sure where we're at for the moment. But Jordan, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 34 car.
Yeah, obviously just big thanks to the Maverick Sim Sports boys. They put a hell of a lot of effort in since they come out to get up to speed, and hard luck to Lockie tonight. Big thanks to Sim Black, Sim Magic, Speed Ranch, E-Setups. Appreciate them and their support. And Custom Graphics for doing deliveries. Big thank you to you for putting on the series, doing the live stream. It's always great to be able to compete and have some kind of spectatorship. So appreciate that, and well done to everyone tonight on fairly good racing, and look forward to coming back next week.
Jordan, well done in third place, buddy. Good luck for the rest of the series.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
There we go. Jordan McDonnell home in position number 3. Home in second spot tonight, it's the 7 car of Harry Stewart. Harry, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. And, well, much like Jordan, you had an up-and-down race. You're at the front, you're at the back, you're back to the front. But, I mean, second place after being sent to the rear of the field, you must be happy with sort of how this one finished up.
Yeah, obviously a little disappointed. Had very good car speed. I haven't even watched the replay yet, but I just sort of went in there trying to just slot up behind Riley early in the race, so I knew the top was the place to be, and I think I just misjudged it and obviously drove into his left rear, which caused that whole incident, and that was probably shot me in the foot. And then the heat race, I just spun out like an absolute lemon while in second, so that also didn't help. But I was pretty cool. It was the first run was really cool coming from mid pack and everything, and everyone racing real clean. And then obviously those yellows, everyone got a bit felt a bit heroic or something. I don't know, but no, it was cool. It was the first proper race with these cars, and yeah, they're pretty cool.
The track was looking pretty good towards the end of that second B main, but I was just sort of worried about it getting one lane on the top side. Honest opinion, do you think that the track reset back to 20% was probably the right call in the end, or would you have liked to see what this racetrack can do on a proper slickened up racetrack?
I haven't. I guess probably just see how the real slick went with these cars. I haven't really done the slick track testing. I've done a lot of sessions where it just stayed tacky the whole time, but I guess that would have been something unique for everyone, I'd think, unless someone's done a million laps on one session. But that would have been interesting. I don't think it would have worked out too well. I think the wing speed you carry around the top's just too much at the moment. I think when it was reset, probably helped it be on the bottom for that little bit and had 2 lanes. I think Bradley said at the end there, the bottom sort of some wacko line run in the bottom, or utilising the bottom of the track on exits or entry or something like that, came in. So maybe it was just sort of getting racy again. It was just through that dull period from lap 20 to 45, and we never got to see that with all the yellows. So I don't know. It was 50-50 chance on what you were going to do, or what you did was good. I think it worked out for almost 50% of the race, which is a lot better than most sessions I've been in. So that was pretty fun.
Second place in the opening round of the Hobbs Trenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series here at Milldbridge for round number 1. There'll be 4 weeks of winged competition, 4 weeks of non-winged competition. We hope to see you back next week for the first round of the non-wing series, thanks to Rapid Race Replicas. But Terry, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 7 car.
Yeah, just like to thank everyone in Discord who helped out tonight. Joel and Damo for spotting. Darcy and Brad for running the race, and Brandon hopped in. He was pretty quick at the start of the night. He just didn't finish it off, but he was cool to hang out with there doing that. Titan Garages and Carports, 87 Creative, Toowoomba Mobile Welding, Down Under Graphics, BKB Pumping Solutions, Trax Tyre and Auto, Brax Tyres, yourself for broadcasting and putting the league on. It's fun to do a league worth running on a Wednesday night again, so appreciate that and everything you do.
Harry, well done on second place, mate. We look forward to seeing you back next week for the first round of the non-wing micro sprint series.
Cheers.
There we go, Harry Stewart, your runner-up driver here tonight, but getting the first win of the season, and the first win in the Hobbs Trenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series here at Milldbridge, presented by Ultimate Dirt League. It's the 10 car of Blake Walsh. And Blake, well, you start off the night you finish off the night with the win on the top step of the podium. Congratulations on this victory.
Thanks, mate.
Boy, this 10 car, it had a whole lot of speed. And boy, I tell you what, yourself, Aston, Vanderwacker, Jordan, Harry, you guys were literally throwing bombs on each other. It must have been fun.
Yeah, no, we were good. I didn't really know what to do because these cars are so new with setup-wise, with the track being so fresh. But no, it was good. We made the right choice, and yeah, sort of the bombs sort of come out of nowhere from Aston. It took me by surprise and didn't really give me enough time to react to what happened. But no, it was good.
There was that little incident where you sort of parked it on your nose. You got into the back of him again. Like you said, there really wasn't enough time. And that's one of the big things at this racetrack. And one sort of thing that I've spoken to drivers about and told the drivers that, you've really got to make sure your sliders are clear by somewhat, because if you're not, the car throwing the slider loses that momentum. It's so easy to get into the back when you go for that crossover.
Yeah, and not just that, the brakes on these cars aren't real great. They don't pull up the best. So even if you see it coming from a mile away, you're probably still going to run into them. But no, they're definitely a hard car to throw sliders on and keep momentum and race. But no, when you can get a few good guys that are clean and know what they're doing, it makes it fun. The
track had a rework after the second B main. I didn't give you guys a whole lot of time after that one, but I did tell you guys that and you guys would have seen that the track was getting reset back to 20%. I know you're a man that just loves to rip the lip and loves a black slick racetrack, but the reset proved, I guess, without sort of testing on what it's like on a slick racetrack, you would think that it would just be all around the concrete wall. It would have been hard to make those advances, especially considering where you were at the time on some of those restarts.
Yeah, I think it was a good call in the end. I could sort of make the middle work there mid race, but it was all right. But it was always going to be one lane around the top here, no matter what the track state, I think. But no, it worked out in the end.
Well, Blake, congratulations on picking up the opening round of the series for the Hobbs Trenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series here at Milldbridge, round number 1 of 4. We'll have the non-wings next week, thanks to Rapid Race Replicas. But, Blake, before we let you go and celebrate with the team, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this number 10 car.
Yeah, I can't thank the boys over at NLRA enough for all they've done. Let me join the team recently. All the boys in Discord for spotting me, helping me out. King Race Designs, Ultimate Dirt TV, LJR, JR Production and Media, 96 Graphics, Shaman Sign and Design, Power Plat's presentation, yourself for live streaming and putting the league on, and everyone else that makes it possible. Hobbs Trenches are boring for supporting us.
Blake, well done on the victory. Look forward to seeing you back next week in a non-wing. And I know you love I'll spit this out. Hang on, let me restart that again. Blake, well done on the win. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you back next week in the non-wing opening round of the series. I know you love them cars.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. I can't wait.
There we go, Blake Walsh, your winner here tonight from the Milldbridge Speedway for round number 1 of the Hobbs Trenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series. Here presented by Ultimate Dirt League. Well, that'll wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We look forward to your company next week for round number 1 of the Rapid Race Replicas. Non-wing micro sprints. Again, I'm not going to tell you where we're at, but let me have a look, in fact, just to keep everybody up to date and just so everybody is aware of where we're going to be at next week. Now, we've got the choice, Milldbridge, Limaland. We've got Milldbridge, Limaland. We've got the Chili Bowl. I may even throw in Lucas Oil or Lincoln. It's going to be one of those 5 tracks. You know what? We're going to keep it mystery right up until next week. Who knows? We might even go to the Chili Bowl. We'll see how that one plays out. We'll have to do some testing throughout the course of the week just to see what is going to race, what's going to race good. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and Ultimate Dirt League, we say farewell from Milldbridge. Congratulations to Blake Walsh, who takes out the feature race for the Hobbs Trenching and Boring Winged Micro Sprint Series, round number 1 here at Milldbridge.